We're doing cooling. Friday, bring your project. We'll do another room, and I will go around and check on you and answer questions. Okay? I don't have much to do in college hours, so I can spend more time talking to you and help you with doing the project. Probably you can get the project done during Thanksgiving or during the weekend. Once you do one room, the rest are really easy. So bring your question so I can answer. Summer heat. So next semester, we'll do both heating and cooling, and it's going to be 2 stories, and you're gonna work in groups. So I'm gonna have 3 in one group, so you're gonna be forced to work with somebody else. That's another skill that you have to learn, working with others. He laughs, he knows it's important. Nobody wants to work with other people. But you have to. You have to.
No, they don't help.
Huh?
No, they don't help.
Yes, you do.
No.
If you want to go far, go together. If you want to go fast, go alone. See? And one of the things that actually distinguish American universities from other schools is they force you to work in teams. And that's actually one of the things that raise the ranking of American universities. They are evaluating how much you do as team projects, because that's important. If you ever had a job here, you have to work and deal with people. Unless you work for your own company. And no man is an island. Let's put it this way. So, you know, people. Summer heat is composed of air temperature, radiant temperature, humidity, and air movement. We talked about that in the summertime, and this is what makes things hot. Air temperature, the sun heats the earth, solids heats the air. Air does not get heated quickly by the rays. It has a lot of convection to be heated. Radiant temperature is the sun radiation to the solids, and the house that gets heated, the pavement, the construction gets heated and start to radiate. Do you notice that downtown usually is hotter than outside the city? Mm-hmm. Why? A lot of pavement, dark color pavement absorb all the heat, all the concrete which absorb the heat. So living in the city is going to be hotter than living outside with vegetation and trees and water. So humidity also adds to that. If you live in a coastal area, it's going to be really hot, like Florida or some parts of California. And humidity and temperature has a lot to do with pressure. Pressure increases with, because the pressure increases or decreases with height? Decrease. So the higher elevation, lower pressure, lower temperature. Temperature and pressure, they go hand in hand. Plants wake up. Temperature and pressure, they go hand in hand. High pressure, high temperature. So if you go in elevation, lower pressure, lower temperature. There are some situations where you have something called temperature inversion, but I didn't do this class. So, this is me playing tennis in the summertime. That's me exactly, seriously. It's so hot. I am radiated. There's a lot of sweat, and I'm trying to evaporate things, but the humidity is stopping me from evaporating my sweat, so I'm drenched in sweat. And also there's also convection of air coming in. So if there's no air movement, probably I'm going to be overheated. I did play in the summer one time, during noon, I almost passed out. I got a headache for 2 days. Probably I hurt myself, so I never played until it's 5. It was too hot. And it's my belief, I don't know if I have science to back me up, but the sun here in New England is hotter than Florida. Did anybody live anywhere else besides here, like in the south? Yeah. Isn't the sun hotter here?
It's more humid.
No. It's hotter down there. You ever been in
No, the
Georgia?
sun,
You ever
the
been
sun
in
rays.
Georgia?
Not the temperature, the sun rays. Like, it gives me headache.
The sun itself.
Maybe, I don't know, something had to do with the latitude, I did not look into it. The latitude of the sun, but the sun is really like hot.
Maybe like
If I go one day without a hat here, I get a headache.
You ever go to Louisiana?
Who?
Louisiana?
Yeah. It's hot and humid, but the sun is kind of kind there. It seems kind of like more orange. Here the sun is very like bright. And maybe it has to do with the clarity of the air too, than the particles. We talked about that. So that could be it. So anyways, this is just to say about the sweat and comfort. If you have humid air, your sweat is not going to evaporate. If you have no air, there is no air movement and convection. That's why the breeze is very comfortable. That's why when you stand in front of a fan, it's very comfortable because it's pushing the air away from you. So, humidity, you are radiating, and also convection. Heat gain. For a house, again, the sun is beating on your house, it's heating the roof. What color is the roof usually here? It's dark color. The attic's gonna be 120 degrees. Last summer my attic was around 125. If this is not insulated, I mean the roof and the inside of the attic is going to be really, really hot. And this will heat your ceiling. You're gonna pump in cold air, and the cold air will sink, but this air is going to be really, really hot. So this is what we have for heat gain. Sun adding heat, hot air coming into your house, and also you have transmission. Transmission is through the wall. Solar heat, internal heat is from your stove, your light, your computer, your TV, and yourself. You're also heating the space. Air leakage, transmission heat, examples. I'll give you some examples. Temperature in and out. Sun hitting the house. If you have a skylight here, you're doomed. You have to cover that skylight. If you have trees here, probably I will help you out a lot. Give you a lot of shade. So trees are very important, especially in the south side. So think about it.
Would that'd be infiltration, air leakage, right?
Yeah. Okay. What if you have a lot of vegetation here, like grass, plants,
A whole
and you
lot
have
of
vents in here?
A whole lot of humidity.
Yeah, and you have a vent. So to pull in the cold air and the hot air will go out. Your house will be much, much cooler. Just by opening a vent between the ceiling and the attic, and opening the attic to outside, that will counteract a lot of issues. And even though the sun is hitting the attic and heating it, if you have a vent in here, you'll be doing yourself a great favor. Your cooling bill will be much lower. You might not even need the AC.
Isn't that why they have ridge vents?
Yeah.
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 For that.
Heat gain example. Solar gain from windows is very high. Roof and walls. Windows are the highest because they are glass. Roof is a lot because usually it's dark color. Why do they make it dark color?
Absorb heat.
Yeah. Oh, but why?
Why?
Yeah. In New England, why do we have dark ceilings? Because it snows,
Oh.
and you want, when the snow comes, you want the sun to hit the roof, so it will heat the roof and melt the snow out. Otherwise, we'll be better off putting light color shingles, right? And also, what else? Teach me something. I haven't lived here all my life. Why are the shingles always black or gray, dark gray? Does that have anything to do with moss?
Moss?
Yeah.
I
Nice
don't think
dance.
so. I've definitely seen a lot of moss on some
Yeah.
shingles.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know.
I don't know, it's the most common thing used around here. It's like,
Why?
it's probably price to put up all that
Yeah,
stuff.
never seen a white shingle.
I
What
mean,
about
I've
light
seen like
brown,
light
You
light-
gray.
because like the like for like the pollen and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Like you just like you put white shingles.
Because it looks, it's not gonna look dirty. Maybe.
And it's cheaper than putting up standing seam.
Yeah. If you go down to South Carolina, the shingles are made out of clay, and they're light brown, but it doesn't snow there at all. How come we don't have clay shingles here?
We have a lot
Wouldn't that
of
be
light colors,
tyranny?
light
Yeah.
gray. We have
I've
blue
seen
shingle.
mostly gray and dark.
It depends from customers.
You think it's just personal preference?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you go to Home
nothing
Depot,
else.
what do you find? All dark shingles?
Yeah.
See, I work in build company,
Yeah.
we build sheds,
Yeah.
and we have like 15 colors of shingles.
Yeah.
And customer came and we asked which you prefer. He said,
Okay.
I want this or I want this type.
So there are options.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Okay. What about carpet? Why is it always like the carpet is oat color?
What?
All carpet is oat color. Oat or like
They didn't
dark,
have-
light brown or something.
Well, they didn't have the technology
They
to
don't-
make new colors, I don't know.
No, I think it's the most common. When I was do
you
carpeting,
see the
all the
difference
carpet
in
is
that.
brown. Why?
If
I don't
it
get
was
it.
white and your dog pulled his ass across it.
But there's a lot of colors. Purple, blue.
Who wants a purple
Color of
I do.
Color of your best.
I want purple shingles.
Do you want a red carpet?
That's too much. It is.
You'll get.
Okay.
Give your dog a back.
Internal heat gain. That's not a lot, but it's gonna be up to 25 based on lights, number of people and appliances. Humidity. What would you get humidity inside the house from?
house?
Yeah.
Sounds more like.
I know where my unit is.
Basement.
I have 5 fish tanks.
From the people sweat in house.
Huh?
Dishwasher would give up.
You said five.
Dishwasher,
You said five
sweat,
fish tanks?
yeah.
Basement?
Fish tanks, plants, plants,
Infiltration.
filtration,
Crazy.
yeah. So, you can get a lot of water. Dishwasher,
Cat
what
box.
else? How many cats do you have? I think if you have more than 2 cats,
Really?
you need 30. You're crazy.
Wait, Fahad, you said you had 5 fish tanks?
Yeah.
We were talking cats.
How about cats, not fish tanks?
Oh,
Leave my fish alone.
I
Yeah,
know.
fish tanks, fish tanks.
Oh, your house.
Fish tank, I did fish tank.
No, he did.
So in the summertime, I have to add always water to my fish tank, even in the winter because it evaporates a lot. In the winter, I put some saran wrap.
Crazy. That piss goes crazy.
If you have plants, also you want to cover the pots with a lot of saran wrap because it will evaporate a lot in the winter. You'll see how much it evaporates.
We've got like a little petting zoo.
Huh?
Fine.
They always tell me never share personal things with students. Go ahead.
How many pets you have?
Huh?
How many pets? That's not a personal thing.
After class.
Oh,
The number indoor and outdoor.
You gotta figure it.
Reflectivity. Windows using tint. The roof. According to Anatoly, now we can have reflective roof. Can we have silver color or like aluminum?
Sure.
Shiny.
Metal. You can get metal.
Chrome?
That shit will burn.
Yeah.
You would think in Springfield they have a lot of chrome.
Wherever you want.
Shiny stuff. Okay, cool. Walls. Reflective walls. And colors. Again, dark colors tend to absorb a lot of heat, and bright color reflect more. That's according to the Boltzmann constant of emissivity. Something about dark color absorbing more and more heat, and bright color reflect. Okay, and of course mirror is the best thing because it reflects everything. You get nothing out of it. Why do you gotta blind people? I've seen an Audi that's completely shiny and chrome.
From that?
And I think the police give the guy, I think he was just supposed to do that.
It will
You gotta come out and
Yeah.
blind everybody. Landscaping. I used to invite Tom Smith from landscaping to give a lecture here, but he's busy this semester, to tell you the importance of landscaping when it comes to cooling. That's something we never think about. You know now they have something called green roofing in New York City.
Oh, yeah. they
Yeah.
have plants on
In
it.
Europe, in Norway, all roofs, they don't have shingles. They have grass.
Where?
Yeah.
In Europe?
Yeah, in Norway.
Oh, no.
So the roof has grass growing out of it. First of all, it cools it is blue insulation. It absorbs the water, and also it gives off fresh color. Huh?
The only
Yeah.
thing is you gotta like really engineer it to hold the load.
They do. It's not that heavy actually, and it's very common now in New York City, in Boston, to have green roofing. Some people also plant fruits and vegetables. You have to. I don't know. I don't think they put sprinklers. They just use the moisture. They actually use something called gray water, which is again a system you put into your house which takes all the hand washing water, the dishwashing water, and it will filter out the soap and use that to irrigate the water. So that's part of landscaping. Reduction in the house heat by 15 to 50%. That's a lot. 50%. What trees do is something called, let me see if I can pronounce that right. Evaporation? No, it's called evaporation, which basically kind of evaporating perspiration. It soaks up the water from the ground and slowly evaporate that to the leaves
So
and
it
trunks.
can't, so the area under a tree doesn't hold as much water as it holds the heat.
Evapotranspiration, whatever that is. So that's actually that's the real that's the real.
Is that the real word?
Yeah, but I cannot say it. I have limits. So you're better off putting some grass, some trees around you. It will cool off the air. There are some trees that repel mosquitoes. What are those? And there are some trees that repel deer, not electrical fences. There are some trees you put to repel deer, mosquitoes, insects, and so that's something you wanna think about when it comes to landscaping. Air temperature reduction by 9 degrees under a tree is 25. So if you're in a summer day, under a shade, you might be 9 degrees cooler than under the sun. Under a tree, it will be 25%. It's cooler, it's nicer. Okay, south and west, three locations. You want to, the south is always going to be very shiny all year round. You want trees there. You also want some light. And also you want trees in the west. Somehow, based on the earth location, you get more sun in the west than the east, based on the rotation I showed you earlier. Shading windows is very important. Direction, what does that mean? You want more windows in the south to get some light, provided you have enough shade. And we said we can put some awnings. Awning is the best way to give you a lot of shade and intercept all solar rays. You can get natural shade from trees. What kind of trees that are tall enough to give you enough shade, but the roots are not really intrusive? Think pine, oak. Oak is very slow growing. So there are some trees in Africa. It's called camphor trees. I mean, they're
Bamboo.
good, huh?
Bamboo.
Bamboo is good. Does bamboo grow here? Is it too cold? Bamboo grows everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the baboa trees, those big ones.
Yeah.
Those things are
Baobab, that's a huge.
Yeah,
Baobab,
baobab,
yeah.
yeah.
Now, so there are some trees that are intrusive. What does that mean? The trunks are not the trunks.
The roots.
Will go into your house and break your basement and break everything. So make sure you pick the right trees. Somebody from last year told me that if you put a copper nail on a tree, you kill it. Is that true? Yeah. But
It's gotta be
somebody-
minerals in the ground.
Somebody out of experience told me that, no, if you put a copper nail into a tree, you kill a tree.
Yeah, well, how old is this tree?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
a sapling or is it a?
You're talking
No, no,
about
big tree, like an oak tree or something.
Really?
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
That big tree.
That's why I said it's not me. I did not verify that
Googling
information.
this, dude.
But,
Sure it was not Bubba?
well, no. Actually, he's still a student, but he actually, I don't know, he's credible. Anyways, but
You don't go there.
shade on the trees. So put the right trees and make sure you consult with somebody. Some trees are intrusive, some of them are not. And also you want to be careful where you put the trees and how high they get, in case we have a windy day and they fall into your house.
It's not true.
Huh?
Yeah,
That's
no.
not true?
And you get lots of infiltration.
Huh?
And you get lots of infiltration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens is some trees do not lose their
Lots of
leaves
nails in
early
there.
on.
Yeah.
So if you get they get like really nasty storm before the trees lose their leaves, it might break the tree and fall into your house. So make sure you have the right perimeter. Sunscreens, you can get some sunscreens that are kind of a felt. You can get awning, or you can get the best thing ever, which is shutters. Shutters completely shut the screen, but you don't get any sunlight. Reflective films are good, but again, they sometimes block a lot of visible light. Different kind of shade. They all do the job. Custom aluminum awning. Again, this is gonna be one of the questions in the quizzes. Why is awning provide the best heat reduction? Why do you think? It intercepts the light completely. So you only get light coming in, visible light, but nothing is hitting inside your house. So this is a really good way to intercept the heat. If you go to Italy or Spain, they have a lot of awning. It's a very common thing. And it goes in and out to intercept the heat. And same thing here, you can open, close shutters, they're all down. But again, the problem with shutters is if you close, you don't see anything. According to shutters, in Florida, you cannot get your house insured if you don't have shutters.
Really?
Yeah, because of the storms. They get a lot of storms. If you want to insure your house, you need to get some shutters. Okay, awning options. What do? They intercept the heat before it gets into the window. Not as good investment as trees. for many reasons. The view, vegetation, the cooling factor, and even in Florida now in hot places they start to get the importance of trees, and they use trees that can withstand the heat. Again, if you were to install awning, make sure it's 45-degree drop. This is the best way to intercept sun rays. Or you can use internal shading. If you have no control over outside the building, let's say you're renting, you cannot install stuff that you want, get a blackout. Blackout curtains and shut the window during the hours that the sun is hitting. Shutters that provide security from the storms, also out of intrusion, and they also completely reduce infiltration. I worked in an area where they had a lot of sandstorms. Sand is annoying. Sand gets in everywhere. No matter how much insulation you have, somehow you find sand. From the talcum powder, everywhere. So the best way was to do shutters and still have some sand. I don't know, it's kind of mysterious creature. It gets everywhere. So sand will get in there, but shutters will kind of reduce that. Okay. I think that's enough for today.